Yeah, sure. Please.
Uh, you're going to hear Father Rayappa Kasi talk to you. You can just Google his name. He's an environmental activist. He's a Christian. He's a father. But he believes in the Jaina way of life. And you will hear it from him on the request of Dr. D.R. Mehta from Prakrit Bharati Academy. He's authored a book on Jainism and antidote to the 20th century problems. So he's a special invitee. We welcome him to talk about this book and this topic. Over to Kasis.
Thank you, Doctor. So, Dr. Priyadarshana told me to come and deliver this talk, not asked. She told. She is always, she impresses me every time. What an amount of talents. She works from the soul, depth of the soul. Yeah, the truth force comes from the soul. So that is what we are going to talk about. Today there is a violation in the realm of soul. That's why we ended up in such a big mess. Jain ethics as the antidote to third millennium problems. And here is the third millennium will experience a major increase in mega problems. A big question that we ought to be asking now is, what could truly a magnificent civilization like ours be like at the end of the third millennium? In our desperation to solve the problems, institutions like economy, religions, politics, and technology are accelerating furiously, but wisdom is not. Deep wisdom about the meaning of the third millennium will be essential. And in fact, it was at our disposal throughout history, known as Jain ethics. Jain ethics in itself is the good news of liberation and can provide antidote to every problem on earth the humanity is facing. Already the previous speakers were talking about ahimsa, aparigraha, satya, brahmacharya, asteya, all those five Mahavratas as the solutions to our future problems. You know what? The problem is economy, religion, politics, and technology. These and YouTube. YouTube gives us the advice about what to do. We gather information from YouTube, from religion, from economy, technology, and politics. But we are not searching in the soul level. That is the problem. Soul gives you the truth. Satya, the truth force Mahatma Gandhi, he talked about all the time. And everything comes from the soul. You know what? Ratnatriya, Dr. Previous speaker was talking about the right knowledge, the right faith, the right conduct. These three are essential. The problem is, as I have already mentioned, these three Ratnatriya we are not getting from the university. We are not getting from the books. We are not getting from the politicians, not even religions. We are getting from the very soul itself. That is the final authority. For your information, there are 8.5 billion souls in human level, but there are multitude of souls all over the cosmos. Soul is the fabric that is woven. We know it is the cosmos. Cosmos is a fabric that is woven by the souls. That is the point. So today, if you listen to your soul, I think we have found the truth. Some of the problems I'm going to just discuss about, very fast I'm going to run through. See some examples I gave. High economic growth, overpopulation, extinction of species, religious fundamentalism, unbridled consumerism, non-vegetarianism. So today, these are some of the problems I have identified. You know what? This is ahimsa symbol. the hand. That is the symbol of our future. Just stop, think. Stop and think. Today we don't have time to stop and think. We are accelerating in everything. But today Jainism tells you, come on, stop, think. Think. See there? Right knowledge. About high economic growth, some of the questions you can ask. The right knowledge is gained by asking these kind of questions. What is high economic growth? Is high economic growth sustainable? There are so many questions you go on, ask. The second is Samyak Darshana, that is the right faith. Mahavira, Acharanga Sutra, Jain Munis, they have written so many books, so many interpretations, so much of wisdom we have today. Solutions is available. The problem is we are not looking into the right place. That is the problem. Samyak Charitra, right conduct. See, every problem you go to Ratnatriya. I already told you the other disciplines, even the University of Madras, they don't give you the truth, honest solution. They don't speak truth. They give only self-interested philosophies. That's what we are doing. Religion is self-interest. Economy is self-interest. Politics is extremely self-interest. But the truth forces only soul. That is, right conduct comes from your soul. So today we can translate aparigraha into 5R. Reduce, reuse, recycle, reject, and react. So this is how you combat unbridled high economic growth. The second is overpopulation. Brahmacharya. See, stop and think. Again, Jain symbol, that 5 fingers, the hand. Even Congress has the same symbol. You know that no elections is coming. Congress has, I wish that Congress explains these 5 great truths. The vow of ahimsa, the vow of aparigraha. This is what the Congress is preaching. The modern way of preaching Jainism. Actually, we are all Jains. 8.5 people on the planet, we are all Jains if we listen to the soul. That is the point there. So here you ask many questions. How many humans can Earth support? What is the carrying capacity of the Earth? We are putting so much of pressure on everything. So today many questions should be asked. That is the right knowledge. Then you come to right faith. Jainism has taught about brahmacharya. Wow. So many people, munis. Even I am a Catholic priest. I don't get married, no children. There are 4 lakhs priests, 9 lakhs sisters. If we had got married for the past 2,000 years, today the world population will be 9 billion people. But because of us, munis and so on, we are keeping 1 billion down. Okay, wonderful. This is, okay, extinction of species also, you do the same thing. The 3-part framework of Ratnatriya. That's it. In every problem you engage 3-part framework of Ratnatriya, you found the solution. Religious fundamentalism, anekanta. That's the greatest wonderful truth we are talking about. Unbridled consumerism, satya as an antidote. The last one, non-vegetarianism, which leads to violence and war, ahimsa. Today, all the war is an expression of the evil we put inside. The bloodthirsty humans, at last they end up killing each other. So this is what's happening. Violence perpetrates violence. What goes around comes around. Okay, this is what my talk is all about. I recommend everybody, even your personal problems, not only problems of the future, the mega problems of the 3rd millennium, everything is 3-part framework. All right? Right knowledge, right faith, right conduct. Aided by Jain ethics, many things have to change course. But it is we human beings Above all, we need to change at the soul level. We lack an awareness of our common origin, of our mutual belonging, and of a future to be shared with everyone. This basic awareness would enable the development of new convictions, attitudes, and forms of life. A great cultural, spiritual, and educational challenge stands before us, and it will demand that we set out on the long path of renewal. The ageless teaching of Jainism on life, existence, and convictions are still fresh. Jain classics can prove meaningful in every age. They have an enduring power to open new horizons, to stimulate thought, to expand the mind and the heart. Is it reasonable and enlightened to dismiss certain writings simply because they arose in the context of other religious belief? These writings include principles which are profoundly humanistic and albeit tinged with religious symbols and teachings. They have a certain value for reason. The Jain ethical principles, capable of being apprehended by reason, can always reappear in different guise and find expression in a variety of language, including religious language, and thus render Jain ethical teaching forever contemporary. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you, Father Raipakesi. It's very rare to come across a person of your grasp and intellectual prowess. My Master of Ceremony, madam, tells me that you're following Ahimsa by sticking to the time. That's really something nice. A big round of applause again to Dr. Raipakesi. Thank you, sir. Our next speaker for today is a distinguished